Hello and welcome to, or welcome back to TheSimplyCa. My name is Alana, and on this channel you are going to find both human design lifestyle coaching as well as fitness and yoga videos. If you enjoy this content, please remember to click on that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss another episode. We're going to call today's episode part of the Human Design in Real Life series. And what we're going to be talking about today is using your human design chart as sort of a roadmap or a breadcrumb trail on how you best make the determination around thoughts and opinions. So this is a little bit different than making decisions, which you can find in the authority video. With the access to information, we have access to all kinds of information and all kinds of opinions and beliefs and understandings and stories and anecdotes and facts. And with the access to all of this information and all of us having the free ability to share our experiences, our opinions, our thoughts, our beliefs, and the facts that we know, it requires each and every one of us to be that much more aware and in tune with how we discern things, how we discern what is scientifically understood as fact, what we discern as true for ourselves, what we discern as true for someone else, how we discern that this is an opinion or a belief system of somebody, or if it is an opinion or a belief system of ourselves. I do want to be clear that throughout this video, I'm going to be using terms such as fact, opinion, belief, truth, and they may be somewhat interchangeable. However, they may also be considered as a scientific fact, for example, gravity. So let's start off right away talking about the Anya center. So that is the second center from the top. And in its highest expression, people with a defined Anya will express their point of view and they'll hold clear and fixed opinions. Now, the highest expression of the Anya will also recognize that these are their opinions to share, their point of view to share, and others may not hold those same points of view and those same opinions. And for that highest expression of the defined Anya, they recognize that. And at the same time, they realize that it is for them to share their opinion and their point of view. Now you can imagine that the flip side of a defined Anya, the shadow side of it, would be trying to impress or press upon others your opinions and your points of view, your expectations that they hold those same fixed opinions as you do. And it might consider those who have an undefined Anya a little wishy-washy in their opinions because they're not holding firm to one opinion. And then for those who have an undefined Anya, that highest expression is the ability to take in information, other people's opinions, and filter it through other gates and channels, as well as your authority, how you make decisions. And from there, glean an opinion. However, those opinions are more fluid and flexible. The undefined Anya is designed to navigate opinions in a much more fluid way versus holding on to an opinion. And the shadow of that undefined Anya would be attempting or trying to hold on to an opinion and stay firm and solid in that belief. Now, the other center that I want to quickly talk about is the spleen. Now, the reason I want to talk about the spleen super fast is that it is the energetic house of all of our primal fears. And when we have a defined spleen and we have those primal fears, the shadow side is constantly pushing those fears on others and really being worried about the future. So living in that version of fear. Now, if you have a defined spleen, I have a defined spleen, it doesn't mean that you have to live in fear. And it doesn't mean that you have to be pushing those fears on others. What it means is that you know about those fears. You have an intimacy with those fears. And at the same time, you have that ability to recognize fear as well as the ability to sense and to tell when something isn't right. So it's a very intuitive and instinctual center. And it's really just that shadow side that has the potential to push fears and the fearful opinion on others. Now, we haven't gone through the gates and the channels because there are 64 different gates. And each of these gates provides its own flavor for the center that it's associated with, whether that center is defined or undefined. And so today I want to bring in just a couple elements, a couple of pieces of these gates and these channels. And I think that's probably what we'll do, is we'll sprinkle them in as we look at this human design in real life or human design coaching series. And if you want to know more about your own human design and your gates and your channels, as well as your definition and all of the information that we've gone through, but for your unique energy, then go ahead and check out the link that is down in the description box below, and you can book a one-on-one human design reading session. Or if you really want to go in depth, or if there's something that's going on in your life and you want some coaching around it, you can also find the link to book ongoing life coaching that utilizes your human design. So the information for both of those is down in the description box below. Now let's get back to the gates and the channels. So gate 62, which is connected to the throat, is all about the ability to spot and explain facts, whereas gate 56, which is also found on the throat, is about sharing your interpretation of the facts. So it's this slight little difference where when somebody has gate 62, it's about spotting and explaining what is a fact, versus gate 56, which is about explaining your interpretation of the fact. And then gate 17, which is connected to the Anya, is all about substantiating opinions. So it's this natural ability to find facts and back those facts up. And that's whether it's for you or if it's for the collective. And then the channel 5720, which connects the spleen to the throat, is about the ability to speak about the truth that's in the now, that's in the moment. So it's what is present right now, right here. In a way, it's kind of a little bit of a BS detector. It can call things out, and it can also point to a truth in the moment. The channel of 6217, which connects the throat to the Anya, or the Anya to the throat, is about being able to present a fact or an idea or an opinion and explain why it's true, which is very different from channel 2343, which is the genius freak. Now, what's so interesting about the genius freak is that these people are here to present ideas that are too early for their time. It's an actual spiritual contract that they come with to present these ideas that are just a little bit too early to be fully accepted. And you can kind of see that with these historical figures who have been accepted after their death. While they were alive, the opinions that they expressed were too much, too soon, too out there. And yet after they pass, those notions become more accepted because they've been presented and people have been able to settle with them, and then they become part of a truth. And so if you're one of those people with the 2343 channel, you're here to learn what is the correct time for you and the correct environment for you to share those opinions. And it is of the utmost importance that you do share those genius, freak opinions and ideas and thoughts, and plant those seeds for what is possible in the future. Now, as always, there is nothing that is good or bad. There is nothing that is right or wrong when it comes to your human design. There is a higher expression, there is a shadow expression, there's a fear expression that comes in all centers, all gates, all channels, not just the spleen because of, survival instinct. And I hope that this gives you a better idea and a better sense of understanding how different people utilize thoughts, facts, judgments, opinions, storytelling, and there is so much more in the human design chart that digs into wisdom, but I'm going to leave it there for today. And so what I hope you take away from this video is a better understanding that we each approach facts, opinions, beliefs, and judgments in different ways. We each have unique gifts of weaving together a story or explaining a fact or receiving an opinion and either holding on to that opinion or being more fluid in an opinion. We also each have our own way of running through a decision, which is through your authority. Yes, there are going to be people who don't agree with you, and there are going to be people who you don't agree with, and that's okay. It's also okay for you to hold really strong beliefs in some directions and not hold super strong beliefs in other directions. It's okay, depending on what's going on in your energy, for you to be somebody who has a very strong opinion, and it's okay if you're somebody who allows your opinion to be influenced by other people around you, depending on what you're doing. Now, what's really important is that if you are undefined in some of these areas, for you to notice how your energy responds when you are around people who potentially have definition in some of these areas. And so, as I've always said, human design is that permission slip for you to be exactly who you are and for you to recognize the strengths and the gifts and the energy and the uniqueness of those around you as well. Let me know down in the comment section below what you're picking up from this, what you notice in your own life with regards to making decisions and judgments and having opinions, or do your opinions fluctuate depending on who you're around? Again, if you are interested in learning more about your unique design, go ahead and click on that link down in the description box to book a reading with me. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it out with your people or anyone that you feel might be interested in this content. And if you haven't already done so, click on the subscribe button, the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video.